non-negotiables or deal breakers. And before we address the topic of cheating and how that impacts marriages, I want to tell you something. Now, you're not just hearing this information here on RHR TV1. Dr. Grant has been on CNN, CBS, America, USA Today, TBN, Fox News Channel, Larry King Live. So he's not, listen here, this is not just coming to you here. We're not operating in a vacuum. He has shared the same information on so many different media and so and constantly on the radio. So you're getting stuff that has been well marinated, that has been thought about, that has been shared, and as he said, new and improved. The book and the information continues to grow as the challenges you face in life continue to present themselves, and you have an opportunity for them to be addressed. And we're encouraging you to buy this book, and I want you to know, listening audience, that when you buy this book, part proceeds goes to the Trenchtown High School feeding program and building program. Rebuilding program. So Trenchtown in Jamaica.
And that's my high school. Okay. That's where I went to high school.
You mean something good came out of Trenchtown?
There we go. Can any good thing come out of Nazareth?
Can any good thing come out of Nazareth?
Right.
You came out of Trenchtown, so
yes.
You have that link there.
Right.
Because one of the things we do here on RHR TV, we are very community conscious. And so I just love it when people are that community aspect of what an individual is doing. I always say that we are here in the United States, but there must be a bridge back to Jamaica. There must be a bridge back to the country from which you come, because it is a melting pot. There must be a connection to the roots, reaching back, turning backwards and reaching out to help.
This is so dear to me. I went back, I think for the first time this year, to the school after I graduated. I graduated in 1969. I'm going to tell my age now. And I went back.
I'm here trying to work
it out. It's 60. Put it out. Okay, don't worry. It's 60.
Oh, so 120 years sitting right here.
Okay, there we go. And I went back and went to their prize giving, and there's a feeding program where the Ministry of Education could not supply enough money to feed the 250 kids every day. So those who had breakfast at the school on Monday could not eat on Tuesday.
Oh my goodness.
And these kids come to school hungry.
So that was alternating feeding?
Good. So they would go into classes hungry. And that touched me. So I came back and started a fund, and we just sent them $600 to that fund, and we have maybe another $4,000 or $5,000 to take down in March. And part proceeds from this book, every book sold, money will be given to Trenchtown. And there's a link on my website about what goes on there.
Okay, so
my last video. So if they go to my website, drdennisgrant.com, there's a link that they can see exactly what's happening.
So they can see the work that's being done.
Yes.
The Women on a Mission Outreach Ministries went down to Jamaica too, and carried some school bags and book bags with stuff in it. Over 250 book bags, and they gave things away there. I mean, had such a difficult time in the customs because they couldn't believe, because it was brand new clothes and shoes, and they couldn't believe that they were going there to give it away. Now they're having a concert as well on tomorrow at 7 o'clock, and it proceeds in aid of the less fortunate children of Jamaica for this Christmas season. So they just want to put a smile on a child's face. Right. That is part of what they do. And so this concert is $20, $40 for adults, $20 for kids. You might say, "Ooh, that costs a lot," but the reason is that they want to have enough. They want you to commit. It's not just to come and listen to the singing and the performances, but you know that when you pay for your ticket, that you're really giving. It's going towards children who are less fortunate. And that concert is at 4340 Northwest 36th Street in Lauderdale Lakes, Florida. So just 33319. So 4340 Northwest 36th Street in Lauderdale Lakes. We want to really bless children and want to make sure that families are okay.
Yes.
Because children are the byproduct of marriages, love, romance,
And sex.
And sex.
Very important.
You see, and so when they come, we have to take care of them. And if there are people who are not fortunate enough to be able to continue and to in the best and the most healthy way take care of children, then we as a community, we as a village, have the responsibility
That's right.
of extending ourselves to help to make that happen. So remember, the Trenchtown High School Rebuilding Fund and Feeding Program,
very important.
part proceeds from this book goes to that effort.
There might some folks who might not be want to order online locally. We have a phone number that they can call right now.
What's the number they can call?
24-hour hotline, 954-968-7335. That's 954-968-7335. If they call now, they will get us.
Okay, great. And what? So, but people who are in Jamaica, because sometimes when we're doing this program, we get calls from Jamaica. So, is there some place in Jamaica where they can get the book?
It's in bookstores in Jamaica. So, any of the bookstores in Jamaica, if they go there, they will find it. I think Kingston Bookshops.
Okay.
It's at all of the Kingston Bookshops, anywhere they are located. Ligonier, downtown, Spanish Town. Just call them the Kingston Bookshops. They are there.
All right. So even if you're in Jamaica, you can participate in this effort to help to feed the high school students from Trenchtown and to help with the rebuilding of the community.
That's right.
All right. Okay. So let's get now to this cheating thing, because maybe some of the hardships that these children are facing might be as a result of cheating. And so
stealing love on the side.
Stealing love on. Me and Mrs. Jones, we had a thing going on. There you go. So tell us about this cheating stuff.
I think cheating is the beginning of the breaking down of every relationship. Not some, every. If there's a cheating spouse, there's going to be problems. And somewhere or the other, you can cheat for so long.
But only for so long.
Somewhere you're going to be found out. You're going to say something, you're going to do something. Somebody's going to say something. So somewhere along the line.
It's going to be revealed.
And I dare not mention a certain presidential candidate, what's happening right now. It's going to be found out. You know, it's going to be found out. So I think that on most relationships that breaks up, it is due to the fault of the man. And oh God, man.
Okay, you can say that. Go ahead and say it again.
I know what to say that. I know what to say that.
You said it.
But you know, not that every relationship is a result of the man cheating, but most.
Right.
As a matter of fact, 89% of relationship that ends in divorce as a result of cheating starts with a man.
Okay, I love statistics. You see, so 89%.
89%.
So he has the right to say
right?
that. Okay.
So I can say that. It starts with a man. Because for some reason, there is something men has not gotten to the stage yet where, or let me say most men, where we are satisfied fully, totally with what we got.
Why is that though? Is it just because they think that they can have
anything? For one, it's a macho thing. Okay. Secondly, there are more available women than men. And so a lot of women have cheapened themselves, make themselves available to the men for nothing. And so the men take disadvantage of the situation. Now, my grandmother used to tell me, if you can get the milk free, why buy the cow? And so a lot of times the women, it comes so easy that the men just take it. If you put butter in the mouth of the cat is going to swallow it. And so the men start to dwell on that. And so we think we can have 3, 4, 5 women.
So they just do it because they can?
They do it because they can.
Just because they can.
Because at home, it's good at home. It's good at home.
Nothing wrong.
And maybe what's at home is better than what's on the street. But still, they still want to experiment and to taste what's on the outside. And when they come home, and the bad thing about it is that when they come home, they can't perform.
Because they're beating up themselves outside.
They're beating up themselves outside. They give away everything outside, and so they come home and they go sleep. Not all the cases, not all the while, but most times And so you got to know your partner. You got to know who you marry. And over the years, you get to know each other. Because some men will never cheat.
Right.
Some men...
It's not an option. This is the thing. If you will cheat, you will cheat. For some men, it is not an option.
It's not an option. Women cheat too.
Absolutely.
And the 29% of the women who cheat, because they love it and they can't be satisfied at home, they want more than one man. So it goes both ways. But we have more men cheating
than you have women.
Than you have women cheating.
So it's more a male problem.
Yes, it's a more male problem.
But wherever it comes from, it still affects the relationship. It still affects it.
But many times the woman put it in the laps of the men and say, "Here am I, come get me," for nothing. And many times it's low self-esteem in the woman that they make themselves so vulnerable and so cheap and available that the men just say, "Okay,
why not?
Why not?
Why not?"
You know, one more.
But you know, there's some people who do not want someone unless they have someone.
Oh yes.
Tell me about that.
Oh yes. There are big one. There are women these days, and it's a sad situation. They will not date unless the man is married. They want to date a married man. Simply because they don't want the responsibility of a home, of children. They are comfortable. They don't want to come home and have to, prepare meals and what have you. They want a little help at the end of the month to pay the rent.
And so they settle. So they've got it figured out. So
they settle for that. And they are free to do what they want to do. But most times those women are cheating too.
So it's okay for them.
Because, okay, I accept you as a married man. What do you expect me to do? You're going to your wife. They are going to be with another man.
So it's who's cheating on who?
Who's cheating on who?
So this is a cycle that becomes a cycle of cheating.
It's a cycle of cheating.
But couldn't it be though? I often wonder if it couldn't be that someone says, I prefer to date a married man because they're afraid of possible have a problem. They have abandonment issues, afraid of rejection. And so they can always say to someone, well, he cannot marry me because he's married. But if he's single and he's not popping the question, then what is the reason? Why it is that he will not marry me? But I can understand that he cannot marry me because he's already married.
Well, that is secondary. The first and foremost reason is what we just discussed. The fact that they don't want the responsibility. Okay. But they want to enjoy the fruits of
what a marriage would
of a marriage would give, and the fruits of a married man, and you can't have it all. And so, not that married men really want to cheat, but it comes so easy.
So they just do it because they can. So it's not that they want to; they simply do it to hear because they can. Because they can,
it comes easy, and so men just have to fess up and say, "Well, listen," because. No good married man can operate 2 and 3 homes.
Not gonna work.
You're gonna go to work. Something's gonna be short. Financially, sexually, something's gonna be short. Physically, something's gonna break. So you need to be. If you want your marriage to work, you need to be tunnel vision in that one relationship.
Faithfulness.
Put on blinders. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Your wife is up front. Your husband is up front. Don't look to the left or look to the right. And put everything you have in that marriage, in that relationship. It will work.
Make it work. It
will work.
Okay, we're up against a station break. When we come back, we're going to address this issue of faithfulness and the possible exposure to some of the things here today is International AIDS Awareness Day. And so we're going to address that issue and how it opens the door possibly for that type of thing. This is Views and Expectations with Dr. Dennis Grant in the studio.